Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of point of sale unit measure for the Magento 2 platform. And in today's video tutorial, we'll be showing you how the website owner would be able to set up the unit of measurement categories and how you can manage the same. Apart from that, we'll also be showing you how to add new unit measure from the backend of this particular plugin, and how the admin would be able to set up the inventory settings so as to allow the POS user to check out with products having quantity less than one. And apart from that, we'll also be showing you how the POS product settings can be set up while creating a product. So basically, the POS unit measure module would be able to help the point of sale agents to change the measurement units such as liter, kilogram, gallon, pound, and meter of products in the point of sale cart itself. And with this, basically the customers would be able to buy the products at different quantities and varying units at the physical stores itself. So let's get ahead and let's see how this particular plugin works. So first I'll be taking you to the POS panel, and we'll be seeing how the agent would be able to make a checkout for the customers using the point of sale system itself. So let's get to the front end and let's see how this particular POS unit measure for the Magento 2 plugin works for adding the what we say as the measurement units, and how the customers would be able to buy the products at different quantities and varying units. So let me take you to the point of sale terminal first, and then we'll be seeing the rest of the configurations as well. So here I am at the POS front-end terminal, and now the POS agent can basically add the products into the cart and can edit the unit of measure of the product. So for that, what I'll do is first I'll log into my agent account at the point of sale terminal. So I'll just open my terminal. Let me make that done. All right, we have the products as well now. So what I'll just do is that I'll just add a product. Let me add sugar to the cart. Now for changing the unit of the measure of the particular product, the POS agent just needs to click on the scale symbol within the cart itself. So here you can see the scale icon is there. Just tap here on this particular icon, and this brings up the unit of measure for this sugar product. So we can choose from kilograms and grams. So a kilogram is for $32 per kg. We can choose it as grams, and we can make it as done. And now you can see that 1000 grams at the cost per gram. So it is showing right now 32. So that's how we can basically change the measure or the unit of measure for the products. So for now, let's choose it as kilograms, and let me make it as done. And now right now it shows that 1 kilogram at $32 per kg. So for editing the quantity of the product, the POS agent just needs to click on the product in the cart itself, and after that let me click the product, and after that you can see that the quantity button on the bottom left hand corner has activated. Now I can tap the quantity, and I can choose the quantity for that. So now you can see that I've made it as 12 kilograms, and as we are having this particular product at $32 per kilogram, so for 12 it is showing $384. So now let's get ahead and let's make a payment for this. So as a POS agent, I'll make the payment. So here I'm just tapping the place order button. So you can see that the order has been placed successfully, and the unit of measure of the product also gets basically displayed on the invoice. So here also we can see that we have the sugar, and the quantity is 12 kilograms, and the amount for 12 kilograms is $384 itself. And after the order is placed on the POS, the inventory of this particular, for example, we were purchasing the sugar for the customer. So the inventory of the sugar product would get updated, and accordingly the quantity per source would be deducted. So now as I've shown you the what we say as the front end workflow of this particular module, that's the point of sale unit measurement. Now let's go to the admin backend panel, and let's see what different options are there to configure and how we can do the different things there. So for that, let me take you to the admin backend panel now. So now I'll go to the backend panel. So I'll now be logging to my admin account by entering my username, password, and tapping on the sign in button. So after the successful installation of this particular module, the admin basically can easily create unit of major categories, and for that the admin needs to navigate through POS on the left hand side panel, and after that he needs to navigate to point unit of POS unit of major, as you can see here, and below that we have the unit of major category. So I'll just open that up, and after the successful installation you'll have these two options. One is the unit of major category and the unit of major. Let me open that up as well. And now let's go to the unit of major category and let's see how we can create the categories and how we can manage it as well. So here we are on the section that's the manage unit of major category, and from here the admin can enable, disable, or delete any of the created major categories. So for example, you can see under the column name, category name, we have the units as unit, weight, and the reference unit of the major is dozen and kilograms. You can basically edit any of the created major categories, and to add a new category you need to tap here on the add category button, and that will bring up this section to add a new point of sale unit of major category. And here to add a new POS unit of major category, we need to set up the category information, and for that we need to enter the category name, the reference unit, and the status as enabled or disabled. So for example, if we set it as grams, we can set up the reference unit as grams, and we can set the status as enable or disable, and after that you can tap on the save button at the top right hand corner, and that would create and save your category information. So now we can see that we have the category name as gram, and the reference unit of measure is grams, and the status is enabled right now. So we can also edit it by tapping the edit link here under the actions column, and that brings up the edit POS unit of major category with its particular ID as well, as you can see here. So that was about the POS unit of major category. Now let's go to the unit of major for the same. So here we are on the manage unit of major, and basically the admin can create a new unit of major or can edit the existing ones. So to edit the existing ones, the admin just needs to tap here on the edit link under the actions column, and that would bring up the section to edit the unit of major. So here we are on the unit information right now, and you can see that the title of the unit of major is dozen, the unit category is a unit, the type is bigger than the reference unit of major. So we have two more. One is the smaller than the reference unit of major, and the last one is the reference unit of major for selected category. So we need to set up the ratio as well, and we can also set up the status for the same. So this is the edit page for the unit that you've already created. Let's go back, and now let me show you how we can create a new unit from the manage unit section. To add a new unit, you just need to tap here on the add new unit of major button on the top right hand corner, and this would bring up the section to add a new POS unit of major, wherein we need to enter a few information regarding the unit information, like the title for the unit of measure, the unit category, like whether it belongs to a unit, weight or gram. So units can be used for the dozen things, the dozen of measurement. For example, we have a dozen oranges, or a lot of two dozens of bananas. So for kilograms and weight, we can use the weight in the gram category. So under the type, we can choose the respective reference unit of measure, whether it's smaller or whether it's bigger than the reference unit of measure. So basically the created categories would be visible here under the drop down that you've created under the POS unit of major category basically. And then you can set up the ratio, and you can choose it as enable or disable, and thereafter you just need to tap on the save button, and that would save your new POS unit of major itself. And now let's go and now let's see how the point of sale shopping cart settings can be set up. So for that, I'll again take you to the backend panel. So basically, for allowing the POS agents to check out from the cart the products having quantities less than one, the admin needs to do some initial settings, and for that the admin needs to navigate through stores, then configuration, and on the configuration page we just need to scroll down. We need to go to our catalog section, and under the catalog we need to tap on the inventory submenu option, and this would bring up the inventory section settings. And here under the inventory we need to navigate to the product stock options, and we'll just scroll down a bit, and here we can choose the maximum quantity allowed in the shopping cart. And here the admin basically can enable the minimum quantity that is allowed within the shopping cart, and can define the minimum quantity for the POS shopping cart itself. So that was it, and now let's go to the backend, and now let's see how the POS product settings can be set up. So for that, what we'll be doing is we'll be navigating back, and we'll be navigating to catalog and then products. So here I just showed you how we can set up the maximum quantity that is allowed in the shopping cart for the point of sale terminal, how the admin can set that functionality from the backend. So here we are on the products page, and we can create a new product by tapping the add product button on the top, or we can also edit any already created product as well. So right now, as you can see that the column, the quantity per source, here you can see that we have three different sources and three different inventories for the three different sources, and the scalable quantity is also visible here, as stock 1 is 183 and the default stock for this particular sugar is 100. So now let me tap the edit button. So I'll just demonstrate the POS product settings here by editing the product. You can also do it while adding a new product. So here I'm at the product itself, that's the sugar, for which I showed you the workflow at the POS terminal, wherein we could have selected the unit of measurement for that particular product as kilograms and grams. Now here basically there are some required fields that are to be mentioned while creating the product for the POS itself. So for that I'll just show you what we need to do. So we'll just scroll down a bit, and we'll go to the unit of measure here. So here are the different sources that are there with their respective quantities. So we need to navigate to the unit of measure, and for that, just about the sources, we have the unit of measure, as you can see here. So basically we can choose the unit of measure for this particular product as dozen, kilogram or grams, as we have already created. So we just need to select the created unit of measure for this product, and this would then be the base unit for the product itself. And now how we can define the quantity into the POS source. So for that, so after setting up the unit of measure, we need to set up the quantity into the POS sources here. As you can see, we have already done that. And also for allowing the quantity of the products in decimal, we need to click on the button that's the advanced inventory. So after you have chosen the unit of measure, that will be the base unit of the product, by going to the unit of measure and selecting the base unit for the product. Then you need to set up basically the for example, if you want that you want to allow the quantity of the product in decimals as well, then you need to tap here on the advanced inventory, and then you just need to navigate to the quantity uses decimals. So here you can choose a yes for this, and after that you can just basically tap on the done button, and that would basically set up this product by allowing the quantity of the product in decimals. So in decimal values as well, this product would then be available for purchase at the POS terminal. So that was how we can set up the POS product setting while creating a new product or editing a product. You just need to first go to the unit of measure, choose your unit of measure. That would be the base, basically, that would be the base unit for the product itself. Then you can also set up the advanced inventory, wherein you will be able to set up the quantity uses decimal or not. You want to set up that up, you can choose that up by tapping a yes and then saving the settings by tapping the done button. So and now let me show you how the quantity per source gets automatically decreased while from the assigned sources to the POS outlets. So for that, let me go to the front end, and now let's place one more order for the sugar. So let me add 2 kilograms of sugar here, and here, as you can see, for the sugar right now, the New York source has 82 units. So now I'll just go ahead and I'll just place the order. All right, the order has been placed. Now for sugar 2 kgs, that is $64. Now let's go back, and right now the source inventory for the New York is 82. Let me refresh the page once in the admin backend panel. So now you can see that the New York source now has only 80 stocks left, because we just purchased 2 kilograms of sugar from the POS outlet there. So accordingly, the stock gets what we say as the stock lessens up on its own. So that was much about the POS unit measure for the Magento 2 platform, and we just showed you how the POS agents can change the major unit measurement units for the products in the POS card itself at the terminal, and how the customers will be able to buy the products at different quantities and varying units. And if you have any questions or queries regarding this particular plugin, then you can always get back to us at support@webcool.com, or you may raise a ticket at webcool.ueds.com. Thanks for watching this video and have a great day ahead.